So Serenity here has been napping, as we talked, for about a half an hour. Now she's got her second wind, or probably her eighth wind at this stage of the day. Now, one of the problems she has is nipping. So whenever the teeth touch my skin, I'm going to yelp, retract, and pause. And as you saw there, she settled her energy down. Now, it's only going to be a short reprieve. Now, some other things you can do is, like I mentioned off camera, is a lot of puppies get very mouthy when they're overly tired. So if Serenity is being really mouthy, I would, wrap her of some sort, I would ask, how long has it been since she's had a nap? And then facilitate that, even if you have to go lay down with her or put her in a room where she can get it, or in a kennel or whatever it is. Another trick to do is, if you get the bones, nyla bones. Now, nyla bones should be rigid. They should not flex at all. If you usually buy these, they come in a 3-pack. There's one that's a cookie, one that's really flexible, one that's rigid. The rigid is the one we're looking for. At her age, we just want rigid. I would get about 4 to 6 of those, and then every human has one in their pocket at all times. So when she starts chewing on us, we can pull it out and give it to her. Now, for dogs, if I just give it to her, she's not going to be too terribly interested. If I were to ask one of the guardians here, could you hand me this elephant? And they threw it over there, I'd be like, wow, that's kind of rude. But as a dog, I would prefer that you run it. If I'm a dog and I ask for the elephant and you put it in my mouth, I'm like, that's pretty rude. Why don't you throw it so I can go chase it? So when we give the dog, when we have the extra chew toy and the dog's mouthy, instead of actually just giving to her, we want to kind of poke her with it, get her going around for it, and so she's kind of nipping at it, and then we let her win. And then she takes the object that is an appropriate chew toy and goes over and lays on the floor and starts chewing on it. And then as soon as she takes away and does that, we immediately pick up another one and put it in our pocket. If you don't do that, next time she comes to mouth you, reach and you don't have anything in your holster. So always have something with you at all times so that you can trade. Again, poke her a little bit, tease her with it a little bit before you give it to her, but then you redirect her onto chewing something that's appropriate. Now, for some dogs, she's already teethed, but I get my dogs used to using carrots. So what I do is I start out with shredded carrots that I put in their food. Carrots actually will help your dog ward off a type of cancer, so it's good to have in their regular diet. Then I move to the baby carrots when they're a puppy and get them used to chewing and ingesting those. And then when they start teething, I can give them frozen baby carrots or regular carrots, and they can chew on them. It numbs their gums, and they get something they can chew and destroy and ingest all at the same time. So you might still get a couple of carrots and see if she likes them. Most dogs like them, and that's a nice way to redirect her. Now with carrots eating it, you might get some remnants of you have to clean it up, but it's better than her chewing on the wrong furniture. So now one last thing for nyla bones. A lot of people who aren't experienced dog owners will throw them away when they start getting rough. They get really, the dog, there's a bunch of bumps on them now. Those are designed intentionally. It's supposed to stimulate their gums and help with their teeth a little bit. So don't throw it away just because it gets rough. But the yelping thing I found is one of the best ways to do it. But yeah, that is concerning for me how she's bearing teeth like that. She's not doing it in an aggressive way, but it's still a signal.
Since a tiny little puppy.
So because of that, I would make sure we are not petting her or engaging with her when she's doing that. Now it might just be, just a tick that she has. But we can, as soon as it happens, we stop, and we do that consistently enough, eventually she'll stop doing it. So she's an awfully cute puppy. So when it comes to mouthing, the best solution I found is a yelp like she hurt you. Anytime the teeth touch your skin, whether she meant to bite down or it was accidental, we yelp, and then we kind of retract and pause and wait for a second. And if she pauses like she did earlier in the video, then we can go back to playing with her. The other thing to keep in mind is a lot of times that they're going to do it when they're overexcited. So if she's getting mouthy when we're getting her really excited, maybe that's a time where we start dialing back how excited we allow her to get.